Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-July 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aries collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, Spirit Team, talk to me. What do we got for the Rams? What do you have for us this week in mid-July 2026? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. Let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aries gang, the Rams in mid-July. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's get this card out nice and quick, my good friends. We're going to have a good time today. We're going to have some fun reading the cards. Cool. So this is always a very intriguing card to me. We have this lady with the hourglass, and that does involve time or waiting. Now, I'm not saying that you're just sitting around waiting, because listen, as an Aries myself, I get it. We always like to see forward momentum, but there could be a variety of different situations involving time. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So as you can see, we have this lovely lady with her hood. She has the hourglass and the sand is slipping through her fingers. So that's pretty blatant symbolism right there, right? It doesn't take much to connect the dots. Now, the intriguing thing about time, a lot of people believe, especially in spiritual circles, that time is a construct, right? Time is an illusion. And I guess that's true depending on how you look at it, right? There's some days where it feels like things are dragging. Time is taking forever. Like, oh, why is this taking so long? But then there's some days where the day just flies by. And the same could be said for like days, weeks, months, even years. So depending on what you got on your plate, time could be playing a big factor. Now, you might be waiting on something, or somebody you're connected to could be in wait and see type of mode when this card is here. But I always find it intriguing. Now, if we are to take the most optimistic look at this card, it could represent time healing all wounds, that big cliche. But this can also represent feeling like you don't have much time. You got to do this, you got to do that. So this energy can be very rushed. Hopefully, it's not someone feeling like they're wasting time. But we're just going to let her chill right there. Let her do what she's doing. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say the first card doesn't always make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. And we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's shuffle it up one time here for Aries gang. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. So it was titled Big Breakthrough Incoming. Now, when I title a reading like that, you know me, I always do like very simple titles. But to me, it felt like a buildup of pressure that finally releases. Now, that could be a very good thing for a lot of Aries. Usually when I see breakthrough type of energy, that fits the Aries archetype quite a bit, where it's like I see something in front of me, a problem, issue, situation, or something I'm working towards, and then finally I start seeing results. So just know in this time there could be a variety of different things where that pressure releases or things could break through in whatever area of life. And that could bleed over for a couple weeks, but we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Aries. What do we have? Mid-July. Let's get this card out nice and quick. There we go. Cool. The sun. That's a damn good start. Okay, I'll take that. I will take the sun in position number 1. I'm going to try to keep it neutral until we get a full spread out here. You know how readings could be. That's a great start. The full card, so it's like hit after hit so far, right? And it's hard sometimes when like I get these cards and I start getting like all pumped and excited, and then when we start clarifying, it's like, oh, what's all this? But we're off to a great start, my friends. Let's get one more. 9 of Wands. Okay, we're going to have to see what this is. It could be a more cautious approach because it is the reverse of what the Fool is doing, right? Like these energies kind of balance each other off. So it can be nice depending on what you're going through. Tons of fire. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, you know me, I like to take a quick little peek at the elements. I feel like that's good. It frames the reading and gives us a good foundation. Now, this week we have all one element, which could sometimes be a little lopsided, but since this is an Aries reading, it's not necessarily a bad thing. And I've been seeing a ton of fire in the Aries readings in recent weeks. Got the Sun, the Fool, the Nine of Wands, all fire. Now, what do we know about fire? It is the suit or realm of action. So whether it's the actions you take, the actions I take, the actions someone else takes, the actions that you want to take, the actions that you're deciding not to take, all of that can be in play. I always say fire to me is a high vibrational frequency. There's a lot of oomph behind it, which could be great. It could deal with energy levels. So whether you're feeling an uptick, maybe you're feeling a little down, maybe your energy is getting a little more chill and things are starting to calm. Hopefully that's the case. It's pretty good usually when it comes to health and wellness too. So that's an interesting one. The only downside with fire is that it could be a little unpredictable. Fire could be hard to tame, but again, as an Aries, like we're used to working with this, we have that internal fire, right? But it can be a little explosive and volatile where either things happen really quick or things take a sudden turn. But I think overall, I'm liking the energy since this is an Aries reading. It would be a different thing if this was an earth sign or a water sign. But let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, you saw how happy I was when that card came out. We have the Sun. Beautiful. A lot of readers would agree that this is the best card in the whole entire deck, right? Now it's big Leo energy. We're getting close to Leo season, so maybe there is something here regarding a time frame that we might want to look at a little further. But the Sun to me is everything, right? This is source energy. It's light, life, love that shines down on us from spirit. This is very angelic, high vibrational frequency. And that's just one thing that all this energy shares in common. It's very high vibrational, which could be great for a lot of Aries, especially if you could tap into it. Now, the Sun does have other aspects. It could represent truth, it could represent clarity, seeing things for what they are. Sometimes it could represent things being revealed, right? Because nothing can hide under the rays of the sun. So it could represent revelation, realization, eureka moments. So I like the card for a whole host of different reasons: wins, victories, blessings, all day. The only downside to the sun is the intensity, right? Have you ever had sunburn? You ever spend too much time out in the sun? Right. The sun could be super intense. So it's just something to watch out for when it shows up. It's just really intense, really fast. But I like it. It's a really, really great way to start us off. Now, moving to the center, we have another pretty great card, right? We have the Fool, and this is an Aries power card. So people link this to Aries, sometimes also Aquarius, because it's like that fire air mixture. But the Fool is the protagonist of the tarot deck, the very first of the major arcana. So it's great for new things, fresh things, turning over a new leaf. This is a huge action card. So whether it's something I'm putting energy into, a new path, a new venture, I just really like it. It's lighthearted, it's optimistic. So when we go from the Sun to the Fool, it's like, oh yeah, things are beautiful, things are great. This could even be spirit telling you like, hey, maybe lean optimistic, whatever it is you might be going through. Maybe try to see the bright side, the silver lining. So we really like the Fool. But just like every card, it does have a downside. And you see this image here with the Fool. He's like walking to the edge of the cliff, and that little puppy dog there is like, hey, don't go, don't do that. Sometimes the Fool can be a little risky, right? Sometimes the Fool can be spontaneous, impulsive. So could there be a warning? Maybe. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Just watch out for impulsivity because this energy is very much go, go, go. But we do have a counterbalance to it, which I think could be cool. We have the Nine of Wands here on the back end, the Wounded Warrior. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad card. We see this person, they have built a wall, they have the bandage over the head. In its positive sense, it could just represent being protected, being territorial. Like, hey, this is mine. This is the line. You do not cross that line, which, again, nothing wrong with some boundaries, right? This is a huge card of boundaries, but it is very cautious. It's a calculated type of energy. It's someone that's been through a few things and would rather not go through them again. This is someone with a lot of wisdom through experience. So I really like this card. It's great when it comes to like healing, improving, getting better, right? This is a resting and relaxed energy, but it could also be very skeptical, right? So like when I see the Fool with this, it's like, is that all it's cracked up to be? Oh, is that too good to be true? That's something to watch out for. Anything that might seem too good to be true. The Nine of Wands could represent blockages. It could represent rejection, whether you're doing it or somebody else, or it's just a feeling. But it is the cautious approach. So when it all combines, I like what I'm seeing. But I want to dive deeper on all of it, Aries. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the sun. Let's see. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aries, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, the sun. Let's see what it is. Is it some good intensity here? Okay. Yeah, this is an energy where it's like, all right, let's get this show on the road. This is something that's coming in, and it does have like a sense of magnetism to it. Now, that could be a great thing for some of you. Just watch out, though. There could be a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of situations that are just like magnetically pulled in and just start popping up out of the blue. So I would say watch out for surprising situations, unexpected situations, because remember, the sun is all about revealing or things being made known. And when I see the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, either one, it's an energy that has some urgency, where it's like, okay, let's just make this happen. Let's do this. So I'm not going to say you might be impatient, but the Seven of Pentacles, you see this person, they're just waiting, they're sitting around, right? Just waiting on those pentacles to blossom and bloom. This could represent payoffs in the upright. It is also a karmic card of reaping what you sow, what you put forth, you get back in return. But I'm not necessarily getting that karmic vibe just yet. We'll see as we move through the reading. But yeah, patient, calculated, similar to this Nine of Wands on the back end. But this one's like, yeah, no, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm doing this. I'm moving forward. So we do have like this really powerful, intense action showing up here, which I think is really good. But yeah, the only thing I'd watch out for is like too much of the go, 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 let's get this show on the road. But to me, the main overarching vibe is like the magnetism. So again, there could be surprising situations, unexpected situations that just seem to flock towards you. And again, that doesn't have to be bad. That could be a great thing, right? That's not all doom and gloom, especially with all the positive cards we have. And then the fact that the earth energy is in the reverse, this is an energy that's taken action. It's on the move. It's either coming or going. And I feel like it's being pulled in. So remember, your powers as a creator really, really turned up, tuned up high. Let's keep moving over. Let's see what's up with the Fool. So I like it. I think it's really good. So let's see what the Fool has. The big caveat to this whole reading, I think, could probably be when we get over to this Nine of Wands. But we'll see. I mean, the Fool could get a little wild, right? Let's see what's going on with the Fool. So why is that Fool here? Good. A little wild. All right. So we have the Devil in the upright. Now, again, I'm not going to make this a worst case scenario type of thing. For some of you, if you're connected to Capricorn or you have Capricorn placements, then this is no big deal whatsoever. Now, what does the Devil represent? When it comes to earthly things, money-based things, business-based things, it's actually really good. To me, the Devil represents the material world, the illusion, right? So it's funny, we saw that with the hourglass, like time is an illusion. Devil, the material world, it's an illusion. There's just something about seeing past the next layer that's getting weaved into this reading or woven. But the Devil, sure. Could it be toxic things? Yes. Could it be addictions, jealousy, possessiveness? Sure. But you know me, I don't like to just hone on one aspect of any card. The Devil, if we look at the overarching theme, it is actually very similar to the Hierophant. This is a very planted, earthy type of energy. So, like when I see it with the Fool, either one, it's an energy that feels restrained, where it's like, oh, I want to do this, but I can't do it. So again, watch out for that energetic intensity. Watch out for feeling trapped, feeling cornered. It could even be something small like cabin fever. But for another portion, it does feel wild, right? Like when we think of the Devil and the Fool, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to do it because I want to do it. I'm going to do it because it feels good. So again, no judgment here. You do what you got to do, my friends. But this energy is like throwing caution to the wind, right? Like it's a very devil may care type of energy. So could it be wild? Yeah, that could be a little bit of a warning. Could it be someone taking a risk? Absolutely. This could be a big risk right here in the center. But we're going to see what's up with the Nine of Wands. Because again, I feel like that's the big caveat here. So when we look at how all the energy plays, especially with the front, it could be great. But watch the urges in this time, especially with what we had here and now here. It's like urge driven, urge driven. And I know. Listen, as an Aries myself, I know we get that reputation of being live wires, firecrackers, right? Like act first, ask questions later. Um, this energy does feel like that a little bit, but sometimes that could be a good thing, right? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of calculated risk or switching things up if things are feeling stale. What's going on the Nine of Wands? Let's see what that has. Thank you. Very cautious energy. I'm going to throw one more card down here because it makes sense to me. So we do have the Tower with the Nine of Wands, and this energy is really, really playing it safe. Now, could it feed in to everything we've already been seeing about the riskiness, the urge driven, like screw it, I'm just going to do it type of energy? Absolutely. This could be spirit saying like, hey, so slow it down, slow and steady, not so fast. Just be cautious with this. So I would absolutely watch out for the wild urges and tendencies or the risk. And again, this doesn't even have to be you. This could be somebody else you're connected to that might be acting a little wild. The Tower, is a shocking energy. It's Scorpio. It's very transformational. I'm going to throw one more quick clarifier down right next to it just to see, like, all right, is this a warning? Is this somebody else? Like, what is it? So why is, and you know me, I don't normally clarify an area twice, but I'm going to do it. Let's see, why is that Nine of Wands Tower here? Could be conversational now too. All right, so we have the Page of Cups in the upright. Now this could be a word of caution from somebody. Now it's like one energy acting a little wild and another one trying to reel that energy in, where it's like, hey, don't do that, maybe you should do this. It's like an energy I feel is advising, where it's like, hey, I've been through this, don't walk down that road, I've been down that road. It's, yeah, there's like this energy trying to reel it back in. So it's like we have this very carefree type of energy here in the front that is a little risky and wild. Then this one is like trying to caution or advise this energy. That's how it's feeling to me. Now, for another portion of you, this could be conversation related, right? Like with this combo here on the back end, I feel like it could be like a shocking talk of some kind or a message coming in. But I don't necessarily feel like it's bad. There's a lot of great stuff. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. If you kindly look in the box position number one, we start off beautifully. We have the Sun with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. To me, it did feel like a, hey, let's get this show on the road type of energy, where it felt like it was in a little bit of a rush. Um, it did have that magnetism where it's like, hey, I'm pulling these things, these people, this situation, these experiences to me. So there could be a lot of things the universe will be presenting in front of you, because it's like, it's coming to you. In the center, we have the Fool with the Devil in the upright. Yeah, I already mentioned it multiple times, a little risky. Uh, devil may care type of energy, where it's like, yeah, I'm just going to do it because I want to, right? And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I would just say watch out for wild urges, tendencies, or risks. There's a little warning there. And on the back end, we have the Nine of Wands with the Tower. Very cautious. So whether this is you trying to pull someone else back in or reel them in, maybe someone's trying to reel you in a sort of way. We had the Page of Cups show up as well, where it felt like words of advice, where it's like, hey, don't go down that road. It's like one of those. Or it could just be a conversation that pops up out of nowhere, right? Like you might just be minding your own business, doing your own thing, and then boom, this energy pops in. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Aries, gang? And yes, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's go. Let's get this shadow card out. What do we got for Aries, gang? Thank you. Cool. Two of Cups. All right. So Two of Cups is usually pretty good. It can represent partnerships, connections, friends, just people that we really genuinely care for. Right. And out of all the twos to me represent decisions, choices, being at a crossroads. Like, hey, this could go that way or this way. Normally, this is an energy that flows and just really works well. But again, it is soul tied. So in this time, partnerships could be extra, extra important, especially when we look at the shadow side of the Two of Cups. Whether it's someone that you're not seeing eye to eye with, or the advice thing where you're trying to advise someone or someone's trying to advise you, watch out for miscommunications. That's a thing I'm picking up here in the back end. Whether you feel like someone's not hearing you, or maybe someone feels like you're not hearing them, that could be in play here with the Two of Cups. Or all partnerships in general could be important. So we're just going to leave them right there, my friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The July subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, or you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a personal session with me on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The July calendar is up and spots go quick, so you might want to check that out. But for the July subscriber surprise, doing another winner's choice, I will choose 3 lucky winners to either choose a copy of the Gilded Tarot Royale, which is one of my favorite decks of all time. It's a must-have, or a handmade pendant from my website, mastermetaphysics.com. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's two simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards that showed up in today's reading, which one spoke to you the most, or jumped out to you the most, or resonated with you. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my posts tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.